Yeah, back with this fun. Yeah, I can't move past them. Adamantine Golem is pretty much impossible to movement anyway. Dirk the Orc, Leyland the Orc. Nothing else. There was no point coming here in the first place. Should be a lot of undead. Please no liches. Oh god. Metric ton of vampires though. Chapel. Hello my friend. I need access to that one. This is the key that you found in the ruined chapel of the complex of the Windspear Hills. I think this goes to the sewer in the temple district. We could also go there. But we have so many friends here, why would we want to?
As always, the pleasure is mine.
I would be glad to help. What exactly are we glad to help? We gained an item, but it's music. What the hell happened to the chapel key? We use it to open this one, probably. Maybe. What traps are we talking about? Once single use fire traps. Fireball could be useful. I mean, there are trolls here. It's a fine finisher. What is this? Ass gas? Doesn't do damage. Do I want to go here? Do we need to kill the Efreeti to get the pieces? That's the real question. Hellgas, what the hell is that? We could use a wizard eye too. Okay, we do need to take care of the guardians then. As in we have to kill all of them. I don't think we should hit for this unless we have a 12-hour duration killer available to us. There's too much crap here. Way too much for us to deal with. There's a beholder too. I wonder if we could deal with that. I think it's in this area. A director rather. Whatever the difference there is. It's no good, it can't move from this place. Could we lure things to him? It's a lot of fire damage. Yeah, he's automatically trying to attack me. Yeah, it's no good. No good, the director is no good. It's the standard beholder crab. Scripting forces it to attack me, and it doesn't effectively fight when it's under my control. I think this is our big chance. Fairly certain there's a greater wolf where at least one here, right? We have a greater wolf where, a greater wolf where, a dread wolf, and a greater wolf where as well. That's enough greater wolf wares for our purposes, I'd say. Although I'm probably just satisfied with a single one. I'm not greedy. There's no need to lure it away from the others. A good place here. We can use our simulacrum to take control of it. There's no point lowering its magical resistances, we know how that goes. Goes nowhere. Magic resistance. Magic resistance. Wonderful. Magic resistance. Yeah, maybe some lowering of magic resistances would be nice, but successful saving throw. So far, maybe 1 out of 4 actually gets to the saving throw part. Charmed. Charmed, I'm sure. And save. Right, so basically the only thing they can do to our guy is to kill them through fire, and we can prevent that. Magic resistance? Yeah. A guardian is no match for a greater wolf there. This will work. We do need to take down the Director too. We blind him or something. What is this? Ice Storm? Yeah, wrong move. Beat the shit out of it. We try to paralyze his ass, not really. Minor buff for our killer. Plus 3 magical weapons. This game needs more greater wolf wares. Come on, come on. Not sure what to do with the adventuring group that's here. I don't think it's a good idea to try to kill them now. They might be key to some other problem. I do think we want to exploit the greater wolfware to the best of our ability. Which means, well, I think there's a guaranteed greater wolfware encounter that turns from talking to neutral people somewhere in here. We don't want to touch that. That's our backup greater wolfware if anything unexpected comes our way. So we can always rely on that to be our battering ram here. How many? Yeah, we can make the mask. Two or one left. Two. I'm surprised no one has so far turned into gaseous form. Suppose we've been lucky. Stay there, clear line of sight to me. Should be the last one. I see. Can't really see it. It's trying to do melee fighting with the greater wolfware. Damage wise, he might be equal or very close to it. Lacks the massive regeneration capabilities though. Do want to take care of our little monstrosity here. See if we have any kind of potential to even take control of it. Yeah. I want to see if it even has to do any kind of saving throws. Magic resistance, I don't exactly have huge expectations of that. However, it is pretty much immune to my attempts to kill it. No, it's actually not. The problem with it is that you can't see it without the mask. So it's just an invisible guy beating the shit out of you and you can't really do much about it. That's a lot of crushing damage. Don't really need to mask anymore. And that's our job done here. We go further on, the hostile adventuring party will trap us here. And while that is not a terrible thing by any means, sure I want to get into it at the moment. We still have time left on our greater wolf flare. Now the question becomes, do we want to kill the wolf wares that are here, or do we want to sort of smuggle our wolf ware through them? I can use an invisibility on it. Might be better just use the invisibility. Don't attack, 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 don't attack. Moving on. Oh shit. Now it doesn't really matter quite so much, so if we could just close the door there, that would be great. There's no way they can kill it. Might be able to do some damage, and they can't even damage it. More? I won't object to it. Need to kill all of them anyway, so if they just keep trickling down, all the better. Right, what about you? Air elemental of some sort, if I'm not mistaken. In exchange for resistance to elemental damage. Beat the shit out of it. Yeah, it's not gonna win. Damage potential is more or less the same, attack frequency is not the same, regeneration, air elemental doesn't have it. Right. Down here is optional things that don't really even require killing, so we'll move in directly where the plotline needs us to go. I also used the simulacrum to do everything with the greater wolf wear, so we can do another one and then even use our own after that. So we're in a good place to even do a harder fight, even if we just push forward just with what we have. I particularly want to wait. Was it really a trap? No. Trap here. The gas, is it useful for me? Sort of, but I can't get past this without disarming it, so... Wonder if we could get a greater wolfware to join us with the dragon. It's pretty much the best possible one we could have at the moment. It would have to be lured there as hostile, and I don't think it will follow. I think there's another barrier, like it is with a lot of boss fights, where you just can't get outsiders to move there or out of there, no matter what you want. So it's an arena that you just have to use to the best of your abilities. That'll be it. Chief Dig-Dag. Your chieftain isn't bad. I'd rather take the hits than use spells here, because I might have to try to do something very demanding still. Spells I have. Life is something that I can easily recover. Tazza. They've changed Tazak's look to back to what it was in the original game. I always wondered why he looked like a Minotaur in this one. Is he any good? He's fairly good. Yeah. Also, please don't ignore my wolfware. Don't think he has the damage potential to kill it. Barely injured. But he's good. Badly injured. If the greater wolfware gets near death, I'm bailing on this. Yeah, 2 against 1 is too much. Uninjured. The regeneration rate is just insane. You may think it's near death, badly injured. It's go down any second. Then you have one round where you have a little bit of a miss, and then you notice that oops, I achieved nothing. I can block him. Right, and barely injured, very uninjured. I know the pain all too well. Sewer key, that's what we wanted. That's some illithids. Full plates. We could dump the Mask of King's Throne, but I think we're just gonna store it somewhere. The location here is just fine, as long as it's not dropped at the floor or something. Great loot. High value jewelry. Don't really use spell sequencers, the shitty ones. Had them for a long time. I suppose it would be a great way to try to blind someone. That's about it though. Alright, nothing too interesting. And we can use the Greater Wolfware to kill the mage that transports here. And I think that's pretty much the end of what we can do here. We might be able to go backwards, so toward the start of the level, and try to clear that place a little bit. But that's about the extent of it. What I do need to test is turn the Greater Wolfware hostile and see if we get lured to the dragon fighting area. If that is possible, it's an obvious solution to that problem. I don't think that's possible. I think we're gonna leave the dragon where it is right now.
You are welcome in my sight.
We could potentially try to take control of him here, but I think that's pretty unlikely to work, really.
Welcome. You have come as I wanted. For my amusement, very well, Gorai. He is beyond my revenge, being dead as he is. So I settled for the next best thing. I can torment his spirit by destroying you. Wherever he is seething.
Was there a saving throw? Yeah, there was a saving throw.
Prepare to be eviscerated, fool.
I need an invisibility ability of some sort. Don't think I should do this even if I can, because it'll break the quest.
Care to dance?
Welcome. You have come as for my amusement. Very well, Gorai. He is beyond my revenge, being dead as he is. So I settled for the next best thing. I can torment his spirit by destroying you. Wherever he is seen.
Quick resistance and he's gone. But we can use him to cast Finger of Death on Fearcrag. It would require us to bypass strong magic resistance and a critical failure, so basically a 5% chance probably. But it's there. Don't think I want to do it. It sort of works though, because the spell will land after the talk is over. So technically the journal should go forward just as planned, and then it would die.
Prepare to be eviscerated, fool.
It's a weird situation. What can I say here? Everything's basically triggered at this point.
Welcome. Very well, and Gorai. He is beyond my revenge, being dead as he is. So I settled for the next best thing. I can torment his spirit by destroying you. Wherever he is safe.
Mikrak is dead. And he teleported away. Yoink! Ah. How underhanded and really disgusting. Okay, I'm dumping this mask. We have no use for it. It was needed to kill the one thing, and we've killed the one thing. Save, please. Right, that's one boss down. The guy who we probably have to deal with is still here. I don't see why he wouldn't be. What exactly do we need to fight him? Probably detection spell of some sort. Use the greater. Yeah. Can I disable his defenses? Spell immunity of some sort. Breach.
Here to dance.
Protected by mantle. Right. Can't remove the mantle. I might be able to annoy him a little bit. Ah, crap. I can't really carry all this crap. There's cloak shield. Cloak shield is the least interesting.
You are welcome in my sight.
24,000. Rescue Garen's child from Vergra. I love it when a plan comes together. So I don't want to really base the adventuring group now, because there's no way I have inventory space to loot them, and they're humanoid more or less anyway, so my regular spells work on them fairly well. Might be able to get another greater woo where to handle them. Alternatively, I can use this one to kill them, and hopefully hold the loot somewhere safe, like in one of these containers. I just feel very, very good right now. Everything went better than I expect. That is rare. Usually it's more or less like I expected, or worse, much worse. So unexpected opportunity to cast a instant death spell on the dragon, and worked without having to try it 24 times. Yeah, I feared this would have been one of the harder ones, but no, definitely no. I don't want to go further south, that's where the backup crater where is. I still think we shouldn't hastily abandon this one. Yeah, we might be getting another one later on if we want to clear this, but we might not. So we should take as much advantage out of it now as possible. Attacks a troll? Why are you attacking a troll? Can't possibly win that fight. Yeah, it wasn't much of an epic fight there, was it? Adamantine Golem. We can loot a single item out of this, so bell drill or a bow. Bell drill might actually be more useful for me. Bow is probably worth some cash, except that I can do this. Can I protect myself from them? I can't take down the adamantine golem. That just isn't happening. Seems to be able to move through here. That's a bit of a problem. Yeah. It didn't used to be able to do this. Run! They probably changed that intentionally. Okay, I'm a bit curious about something. What happens if the greater wolfware attacks an adamantine golem? Adamantite golem. We're a bit slowed down now, so it's not a good time to attack, but this is for testing purposes. We can damage it. 90% of the damage is resisted though, more or less. You're dead. Go back. Injured, barely injured, uninjured. We go to badly injured territory or near death, I'll pull back to Greater Wolfware. We have no reason to take any chances there. And death adamantite golem. 25,000. So we're only 92,000 away from another level up. So this was a good one as far as that is concerned. I want to make something clear here. Do we have any spells that we can get here? I don't want to. Yeah, I don't care about these. There's no spells here that I can get that's really good for me. I'll just basically leave load. Greater Wolfware, right? It's all rubbish. All rubbish. Except Hold on Dead, which is rubbish. Yep, that's our backup. I wanted to confirm also that we actually have a backup and not just, it's not some kind of a greater werewolf or something. Yeah, their names are similar, but they are not nearly as useful. Our guy is buffed, so you can these. It'll attack twice as many times as the opposition, so yeah, it won't lose. Another 30,000 from the greater wolf wares. Anything else? We are 60,000 away from a level up. I'll still leave the adventuring party alone. Mainly because of the inventory issues. And we know that we have a backup here that we can rely on. I need to be the one to get the vampires to come to us. One down. Second one down. And they're 10,000 each too. Yeah, I'm getting a level up out of this place. I think I'll kill these until that point and we're just gonna basically go home. Okay, that doesn't involve that much killing, so I'll use the normal haste. It'll fatigue us after it, but hopefully it'll be enough. Come on. $12,500. 25,000 each for a level up. That could be an adamantine golem actually. No need to get the undead necessarily. Adamantite golem. Hello, Mr. Adamantite golem. How you doing? Good hit, 42 points of crushing damage. Jeez. What happens when you don't close the door behind you? I can't actually see what's going on. It's barely injured. We need to kill it anyway before we can escape from this place. Badly injured. Take a break. Barely injured. Back in the game. Yeah, it's like a couple of seconds. And it's like nothing happened. It's so easy to underestimate how the hell massive that regeneration capability is. It takes like 2 seconds to go from injured to uninjured. Maybe not even that long. That's a wrap. I'll go, I don't know where. Sell the loot, call it a day. 8,000? Hello archers, you're gonna have a bad time, I'm sorry, but I do need to get rid of you. I don't want them to bother me the next time I'm here. And there will be a next time. We're definitely approaching the end of our session, our end of our time before we move on to the asylum. There's really not that much for us here. There's the sewer situation with the illithics, and that's about it. Once we complete that, that's pretty much a wrap. Actually, we might do the sewer and the adventuring party here. Leave it at that. That would be pretty much a wrap on the entire thing. Vampires. Come on, come on. Last 5 enemies. I suppose this gives me a little bit more confidence in maybe taking down future dragons, because it sort of highlights when you're in a game mode where you can just trivially load constantly. You just need some kind of a wedge to crack that armor and then have it. However, I still don't think we can kill the dragons we need to kill through how we've been playing. Sometimes we probably have to go into the grey territory at the very least. That's more or less expected though. No new spells at all. So we're more or less, we have the spells we have, and we're not gonna get all that much new anymore. Everything else pretty much here is damage. So we would be breaking our rules if we utilize them. I suppose the Dark Altar might be an exception, but I don't even want to use against the direct damage against the hit. No new spells. We do have an extra 8th level spell. Protection from energy. Just because we can give it to someone else, and it's a lasts for some time and protects from a lot of damage. So yeah, it doesn't make you immune, but 75% protection is still significant. And if you could go there, just in case you happen to be waiting for me when I come here next time. Do we have any kind of invisibility? No? Yep, we're just gonna run away. long but satisfying adventure there. Fighting the Shadow Dragon doesn't really make sense. It's pretty much impossible, and we are not gonna get anything from it.
You are welcome in my sight.
My heart is free, and I have you to thank.
$300,000 for our next level up. I think we can level up more or less like 10 times, not quite as many, but close to that. So a couple of extra casting attempts for especially the top levels, and that's it. That's all we can really hope for. So a handful of extra spell slots is the only reward from leveling up at this point, so it doesn't matter really at all. It's all about getting the correct spells.
Ah, I know a discerning eye when I see one.
Good. And you can't identify shit. Red Dragon scales. It's better to sell the scales. Yeah, you can make the item, but what exactly would I benefit from that? I'm doing it this way because I need my ring.
Wonders I have seen, but I save the best for you.
Another 8,000. Fire resistance seems sort of unnecessary when we can have fire immunity. Right, 66,000. Carsometer.
Ah, I know a discerning eye when I see one.
73,000 and nothing to buy. Excellent. Right, I'll leave things here. We need to go to the sewer and kill... Yeah, there's the... What do we need to do? There's the illicit area in the sewer, there's the adventuring party there, and then there's the Tomb of the King and the adventuring party there. So those are pretty much the only things we need to wrap up, and then we can
I
leave
got
this
some
place.
cheap beer for ya.